Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be my March plan with me video. I am so excited that we are doing this plan with me today. So let's honestly just get right into it. So as you can see, I did write something on this page and I did film it. I thought that was going to be my plan with me. And I just really did not like how that page turned out, and I didn't want to include it in my video. I didn't want it in my journal. I ended up actually recreating it at the end in a way that I actually liked it, but I just did not like it in my journal here, so I did decide to cover it up with a collage. If you guys have seen my other plan with me's in 2019, lately I've been doing vision boards in them. So this really did make sense. It wasn't like it didn't belong, I guess, because I have had vision boards in like every single month. So this is just my March one. I just wasn't planning on putting it here originally, but this is where it is now. So I just print off a bunch of pictures from We Heart It. I don't own any of these pictures or anything. These are all that I found online, and I just made them into a collage and added some little decorations just to fill in some of the smaller spaces. So now I am making my March title page. Pretty simple. I'm just taking my Tombow dual brush pen and I'm writing March pretty big in the center of the page. I always like to do a title page like this, even if they're pretty simple, just to kind of add a little bit to the start of my month, and plus they're pretty fun to make. So yeah, then I just went and outlined the letters in a black pen. It doesn't really show up on camera as much, but in person it makes a really huge difference, outlined versus not outlined. So if you're looking for something to add to your journal, I definitely recommend doing that to your titles. And now I'm just putting a miniature calendar, and there is a reason I put it off center, is because I wanted to like put a quote on the other side, which you guys will see me do. I know it kind of looks like weird right now without the quote because it's like really badly off centered. And right now I'm adding that just in handwriting. I wrote, "This is the month of new beginnings," just because I have a lot of exciting things going on this month and I'm super excited for them. So now, just to make it look a little prettier and add back that green color, I'm going through and I'm kind of making like a little outline for where I'm going to color it in, and then I'm just taking the same Tombow dual brush pen that I used for the other title when I wrote March and just giving these words a bit of a pop of color. Now it is time for my calendar spread. So this one is probably like the most tedious one to make. You'd think that I'd be in the habit by now of knowing exactly where all the boxes should go and for how many dots there should be between them. Yeah, I have not figured that out yet for some reason. And here I am having to count out all the boxes and measure. And don't worry guys, all the little tack marks that I did for measurement references, I'm gonna weigh them out after, so don't worry about that. So yeah, here's me just drawing out the calendar. Usually this is kind of like my least perfect spread, I guess you could say, because half the time my lines are crooked or something, but I do always find it super useful, even if it's kind of not a super perfect spread. I just find it super useful for keeping all my information in one place. In January, I tried doing a much smaller calendar and I really hated it. I just found that I didn't have enough room to write down everything that I needed for me. So I started doing the bigger calendar again, and I really like it. It was honestly such a good decision. As you can see there, I just made a total mistake and I made that line totally crooked, even though I'm drawing with a ruler, because that's how it is sometimes when you're bullet journaling. That's honestly, I've talked about this so many times on my channel, how your journal doesn't have to be perfect. People ask how I get my journals to look so nice. Honestly, like, I make mistakes all the time too. Like, it just takes a lot of practice, and I've been bullet journaling for how long and I still make so many mistakes. So honestly, I do not want you guys to worry about it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like, I used to rip out the pages of my journal if I made a mistake, and that's so ridiculous because This way you can look back on your mistakes and improve on and notice how you've improved throughout the times. Like even just looking back at my old bullet journal that I had, and then looking at it at the beginning and then at the end, it's honestly so crazy how much I improved. And if you just don't allow yourself to make those mistakes, you won't notice those things. So that is it for my calendar spread. If you guys watch my February plan with me, I did make a goal board like this. If you haven't checked out my February plan with me, you should definitely go check it out. I will link it in the description box below, and I'll also link the playlist with all of my other plan with me's. I've done quite a few now, so if you kind of just want to binge watch them, I would definitely recommend checking that out. So anyway, on my goal board, I just split my goals up into different categories. So at the top is not really goals, I guess. It's like, so I have my YouTube growth, like my important events, my key dates, things that are just really important that I need to remember. And then down here I split it up into goals. So I split it into 3 categories: fitness goals, school goals, YouTube goals, and then I guess I have a 4th category which goes underneath, and it's just other kind of miscellaneous goals that don't really fit into one of those categories, or they're just like goals for like self-care and stuff. So that is how I set up my goals, and I really like having them all divided this way so I can kind of see them easier and make sure that they can get accomplished. And then I'm just using my pen highlighter type thing. It's not super fancy or anything, just outline in green. If you guys can't tell, I've kind of gone with the green theme here this month. I don't know why March reminds me of green so much, but it does. And then super simple gratitude page like I've been doing. I just said I am grateful, and I'm just outlining the letters, and honestly super simple. I'll just go around every day and write something around that I'm grateful for. Not too complicated. I'm keeping it pretty simple this month. My next page is another classic. It's my YouTube planner. Ever since I've started a YouTube channel, I have had a YouTube planner. It's really basic. I literally just write the title on top, and then I will go down and plan out all the videos I'm going to film, which obviously I'm not doing on camera because I want it to be a surprise for you guys. And now this spread, if you've been following along with me and watching my last couple plan with me's, I feel like I've said that so many times this video, but I have made a time bar. So for those of you who don't know what this is, I explain it quite heavily in my other plan with me's, especially my February one, I believe. Basically though, brief summary is I just write out all of the days on the vertical and all of the hours in each day on the horizontal. It is very tedious, and yes, it took me a very long time, even sped up. It looks like it's taking forever. So yeah, then basically at the end I make a little color code, and basically each color symbolizes something like sleep, school, whatever, and I can just kind of keep track of how I'm keeping my time. I didn't really think I would like this. I saw it on Pinterest like back in 2018. I didn't really think I would like this or use it or keep up with it or find it useful, but I really do. So I definitely recommend trying it out just for a month to see if you like it, because I find it super, super helpful. So now I'm just taking my colors and making that little color code I talked about before, just so I can, kind of know what each color is. I just do like the main things that I kind of do in my life. There's a couple other smaller things, obviously, but I just don't include them. So now I'm remaking that spread that I covered up at the beginning, and it says it's okay to not be like perfect, to make mistakes, etc. And I purposely kind of made this like off-centered and not how I would normally write a title, just because that's the point of it. You're saying like it's okay to not be perfect and to make mistakes. So that is why I kind of made it have that design, I guess. And I just made it in the screen, and then I went and outlined my letters. Like I said before, it does make a huge difference in adding something to your journal. And then below, I'm just taking this little quote that says, "Treat yourself how you treat others and watch yourself bloom." I love this quote right now. I am focusing on like my self-care and stuff, and like how I said that it's a month of new beginnings, I really do want to focus on that. So that is why I added that page in. So that is it for my plan with me, guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. I upload new videos every Tuesday and Friday, and I will see you all next time. Bye!